Welcome to Promo Perspectives, podcast presented by Sage, dedicated to giving promotional products, suppliers, and distributors tips, tricks, and insights to help them grow their businesses. Today, we are continuing our series talking about decoration methods. In the last episode, Patrick and I talked kind of at a high level about all of the most popular decoration methods, their use cases, the pros and cons, and the right projects for them. And then we shared an interview we did with Ryan Feigenblatt of the Boca Ratonian to get the distributor perspective on how to understand these decoration methods and communicate that understanding to your customers to make sure you're making the best choices for all of your projects. So today, I'm excited to show the supplier decorator side of the industry. We have an interview with Jenna Sackett from Stahls, and she's going to be talking to us all about how Stahls empowers their distributors and decorators with their unique approach to educating the industry on best practices, and kind of give us a similar look at their popular heat transfer methods, from kind of their more basic foundational techniques all the way up to some really cool and innovative things that Stahls has been pioneering. And again, she's also going to be talking about how you can take this knowledge to educate your end users and really empower those partnerships, secure repeat business, and become a consultant for your clients. So without further ado, here's the full interview with Jenna Sackett from Stahls.
So my name is Jenna Sackett, and my role at Stahls is brand engagement manager. And my job is really just about connecting with our community, right? And that looks like decorators, distributors, and brand partners, and really helping them unlock new possibilities with heat printing, right? Stahls is known for heat printing. And so we're just really out there on the trade show floors, in shops, and on camera, sharing ideas and solutions that help people level up what they can offer. It's about taking that like what if idea and turning it into a heck yes, let's do it. And so I really love my role here at Stahls for that reason, because it's all about showing folks what they can create. And honestly, you can pretty much create anything with a heat press. What we specialize in is heat transfers. And I think that we all know Stahls for that exact thing, but we believe in being more than just a heat transfer or heat press vendor. We really believe in being a true partner. And I see that as being really our empowerment to distributors and decorators, because we're not just selling materials, right? We're here to help businesses transform. And we really see our role as empowering in that way, as to say yes to more opportunities, right? And so whether that's a one-off jersey for a local team, a limited drop for a brand collab, or even a huge corporate program, we want our partners to feel like they have the tools and the confidence to make it happen. And at the end of the day, our success is really tied to theirs, right? If they win, we win. You think about a small shop that starts with team uniforms, and then they start offering different finishes like metallic graphics for local boutiques. Another good example is a distributor who never thought they could handle like small on-demand runs, but is now absolutely killing it with like online spiritware stores. And that's the kind of transformation we live for, and really build our empowerment through that. Because when you can help someone go from hesitant to unstoppable, that's like the power in it all. It's all about finding like what opportunities people align with and how they can reach that. And so it's always funny to kind of see where people start out in the industry and then how they end up growing and falling into different niches they never thought possible. And it's all about what they're open to learning, right? Like I can like preach till I'm blue in the face that they should be using UltraColor Max, but until they actually see the product and use it and see the benefits of how they're helping their end user win, that's where it all comes into play, right? So it's all really relative, and I've seen people expand in very unique ways, but they won't expand until they open their mind to different products that can put them in a direction to really reap more benefits and increase their bottom line. We try to make things as hands-on as possible. Honestly, we see education as the heartbeat of our mission, right? So whether that's at Impressions Long Beach, ASI Chicago, Stahls, workshops, free online classes, you name it. Education is everything to us. We truly believe that knowledge is what turns a good decorator into a great one. And that's why we invest so much into these trainings and these live demos and online workshops, or even just those quick tips that we throw out on social media or in our blog, right? We want to break it down in a way that feels approachable, not intimidating, because it can be very intimidating. Like, for example, any trade show ever, if you're new to the industry and you walk a trade show floor, it can be very intimidating. There's so many different avenues of opportunity. And so we try to really break it down so that it feels approachable. We want people to feel excited, be hands-on with the equipment, learn the transfers inside and out so that they're not feeling overwhelmed. We just want to show how and explain the why so that it all really makes the difference. And so we're very inviting when it comes to education. We're like, please come learn this, because it's not about pushing products at the end of the day. We want to help people unlock new revenue streams with creative ideas. And we see that all happening through education. I always say be a guide and not a seller, right? Because as soon as somebody feels like you're pushing product, they're already kind of in their head like, this feels icky. I'm not really sure I'm buying into what you're selling me, right? And so when distributors understand the why behind each method, specifically at Stahls, right? Because there are so many methods and we know that. And we try to pull the confusion out of that. And through education, we feel like we're trying to break that down so that they can then take exactly what we've given them and give it to their customer, right? So when I say be a guide, not a seller, and understand the why behind each method, it's because when you understand the product that you're printing and why your customer wants that, it's passing the passion, right, to the buyer. All right. And so it's like indirectly like giving insight to the customer so that they understand the process and the passion behind it and the why. Right. And so you see this a lot in bringing samples to life. Like, we're really big on samples in our education rooms. We show them how that special effect finish looks and feels. And then we also walk through real world use cases, right? So like, why would you use this product if it's not something you've ever done before? And it's also related to storytelling, right? And so the more you can help your customer picture the final product in action, the stronger this like relationship and partnerships begins to mold, right? At the end of the day, relationships are built on shared excitement and problem solving. And so it's all kind of full circle, right? So if we are really behind our products and the why behind them, then that fuels them to be excited about using that product and explaining that to their customer. If you're excited about the products you're working with, it's like it's top-down excitement, right? If the person that is selling you the product, you're educating on a product, is excited and is fueling that excitement into you, you can then adopt that and push that to your customers. And it's about building that like unique relationship as opposed to being just transactional. Stahls has a very large toolbox. There really is a whole spectrum, and it depends on where you fall on that spectrum for what you can pull from the toolbox, right? And it's like everyday go-tos like screen print transfers. A lot of people know that as our goof-proof transfer, right? And we always say those are great for your 1 to 2 color designs, especially if you're in more of a high run order. Then we have UltraColor Max, which is our direct-to-film transfers. And everybody's very hot on direct-to-film right now. And those are great for personalization and full color finishes, photorealistic finishes, right? And then you start to get into the category where there's specialty transfers that you can get very detailed, intricate, dimensional finishes and high-end embellishments like leather and embroidery or reflective, if that's what suits the niche that you're serving, right? But each method is designed to solve a problem or unlock a new creative possibility. Right. And so that is how I try to explain it to our customers, because the gamut of product that we offer is just it's high level, but it's expansive, right? And so a lot of people look at our catalog and they're like, I don't even know where to start, right? And so when I talk to my customers, I'm like, okay, are you looking for a specialty finish? Are you already using screen print? Are you already using direct to film? Okay, are you wanting to expand beyond that and look for fashionable or limited drops or retail level looks? Then we start like moving into specialty. But the biggest pro is the flexibility and speed, right? So if we're looking at the pro of our heat transfers, that's what it is. You can load virtually any type of item onto these heat presses and be able to print it with one of these products, right? And so we help to really direct people to what products make sense, right? You said it's project based. And then the con is just making sure that you're picking the right method, right? So we offer flexibility, we offer speed, we offer multiple finishes, but if you're not selecting the right method for the fabric or even the budget, then that's the con, right? And so we're here to really educate on those exact things. And then, we have our customer support team that you can just hop on a call with, right? And that'll help guide you through those choices. But it really is about finding the perfect match between method and the product that you want to sell or the story that you want to tell. There are a lot of reasons. A lot of people use a more economically priced, let's put it that way, type of direct to film transfer. And I always say, do what's going to make the most sense for you. But quality is everything at the end of the day. Quality is the handshake when you are not in the room. And so you can have the best artwork in the world and you can get it for, in your mind, what the best price is. But if it doesn't pull it up in the wash, or it doesn't feel right on the garment, or if it's bogging down your production time by maybe needing an additional press or whatever the case may be, maybe you need an extra cover sheet or a special cover sheet. These are all things that I can say, if you wouldn't wear it yourself out the door or want to work with the product, then don't sell it, right? And so we have our tried and true products, things we've tested. We've worked with customers like Nike and Noble and New Balance, right? My favorite example of our direct to film transfer working very successfully is our example of with Noble. They did the CrossFit games, right? And so those athletes are wearing and tearing on those garments. And for Noble to even bring that product to market, they had to reach 250 wash cycles, right? And so these are great examples of the product working very well in the market space. And honestly, good materials and precise application protect your reputation. And it's one of your most valuable assets. So use the product that is tried and true in the industry if you're wanting to have that good reputation and that repeat business with your clients. I think too, it's not about chasing that one quick sell, right? It's about building a brand that people trust and want to wear, because then they become fans, right? And what's better than a very solid fan base, right? They stick behind you, they preach and cheer you on, right? And so it just becomes this community you're building based on repeat business and referrals, all because you used a quality product. In a general sense of where the industry is headed, I'm really excited about the rise of on-demand and small batch production, because it's like a trickle effect of new things that are popping up that I think decorators who are going after this approach are going to be excited about, and just be an overall game changer, right? And so we all know we have that Amazon Prime effect. People want what they want when they want it, right? And they want it to feel personal, right? Especially in this space. And so I think that the rise of on-demand is going to speak to that, but it's also going to lend a hand to new specialty effects that fall under that small batch category. So we're seeing things like liquid 3D and textures that look like embroidery. And it's just opening creative doors we never imagined in that space. I see opportunities a lot through our Stahls Fulfill Engine program. And I just think about, local artists who want to drop a 25-piece exclusive collection. That's doable now. Or a brand wanting to test new designs without sitting on inventory. This is all happening and doable through the power of heat printing. And it's flexible, it's creative, and it has a good turn time, right? These trends are making it possible for decorators to say yes to jobs they may have turned down before. And so it's a huge opportunity for decorators and distributors to be able to stand out and offer things that feel truly unique, but in a new and improved way. As far as the contract decorators go, so we've had people just apply and be really excited to really set their print facility up for success in the heat printing space, right? And so we've gone out to print shops where they have now turned what had previously been like a screen print room into an entire heat press like department, is what I'll call it. And so they see the opportunity and the flexibility and the speed of it. And so they've completely shifted their entire way of producing to just heat printing now. And it's actually really incredible. So these are vetted decorators, similar to the CDN and the Sanmar networks that are set up with the Fulfill Engine technology in their shop, so that this is all flowing and going the way that it's supposed to, right? So we go out, make sure everything is set up right, make sure that they have what they need for success before it's something they can actually just jump on and do. At the end of the day, heat printing has always kind of had this like negative connotation where it's like questioning quality and durability, right? And it's more than just that. It's more than just heat pressing designs. It's a gateway to helping people tell their stories, show off their pride. Fanware is huge right now, and we're currently working on a fanware guide and what products work directly into that, right? And so we just want our customers to really take what they've been sitting on and actually start acting on it. And we feel like this is just a great gateway into making that happen, right? And so if you have a heat press, an idea, we believe that you're unstoppable, and we're really here to help do that. And so we do that a lot through education at shows, but we also do a lot of free online training and demos to help people really get started, or even take what they've started and expand on it. We have our Stahls Heat Press for Profit podcast. It happens every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And you can find that anywhere you stream podcasts. We'll also be at any upcoming trade shows. I know ASI Chicago is just around the corner, but you'll also see us at Impressions Fort Worth, and honestly, anywhere that you are attending shows, we're typically there. So that's honestly very educational. So if anybody is looking to get hands-on with equipment and testing out transfers, they can do that at any of those shows. And so you can find us on LinkedIn, on Facebook through our Heat Press for Profit Facebook page, and then any of our other social media just by searching Stahls Heat Printing.
Want to thank Jenna again for coming on the show. It's always great to get both perspectives anytime we cover a topic here on the show. So if you have any questions or you want to learn more about decoration methods, there's a great guide on the Sage Distributor Resources page that covers a lot of what Patrick and I went over. And check out those resources that Jenna mentioned in her interview to learn a little bit more about what Stahls offers and heat transfer methods for some of your upcoming projects. Head to go.sageworld.com/podcast to listen to more episodes and register to join us on the next live stream. We'll see you there.